Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Lunas, and we'll be continuing the Rimworld series today. So, last episode we completed the scanner quest. I forgot what the rewards were, so I'm just gonna check that. Oh yeah, the gravship shield generator, and we realized that we can't put it in a room without risking some mood loss, and several of the important colonists are fairly low in mood consistently already, so we need to resolve that before we install the shield generator. But we did finish the ship upgrades just about. We only have 5 Gravlight panels left, so we were very lucky. We've made a defensive corridor with a security door, and we've fully protected it from the vacuum. Lane does have a breakdown, but that is okay, as we are just waiting for the crops to grow and hoping we can find a couple more resources by strip mining. There is one thing we need to do, however, before we go back into space, and that is more oxygen pumps. I'm not exactly sure how they work, but I don't believe the amount I have currently will be enough. I'm pretty certain that closing a door can prevent a vacuum from coming through. So that is what the security door is going to be for in case of a breach. We also, last episode, were working on increasing the amount of pemmican. I did set the bill to be 5,000, so we are able to store a lot. It has basically made us go through all our grown resources though, with only 310 units of rice left. And the mechanoids have found us again, although that shouldn't be too much of an issue as we have 10 days. Varia. And we'll have tree trade with them. I'm hoping they are going to sell us some herbal medicine. They do have 25 units, which is great. And then we will sell them our low quality weapons. I don't think we're going to use the machine pistols anymore, so we can sell those. We'll keep the incinerator. And then we can sell our crappy clothes as well. And any statues that don't make the cut. We do need to keep our money fairly high after all, as if we do receive an offer for Shio, then that would be nice. Oh, okay, that's not great. We just sell that then. I don't even remember the last time I've had to buy back a colonist, but I'm pretty sure it was like a decently high amount, like 2k at least. Okay, now that we're going back into space, I think I'm gonna have, what's his name? Lane make some more, suits, vac suits. I'm pretty sure I have more helmets than actual suits, so I'm gonna make a couple more suits than I do helmets. But last time we didn't have enough colonists outside to be able to efficiently gather Vaxstone, so we need to be able to do that this time. And it will help mount a better defense if we are attacked. We have managed to find some plasteel, so we are going to mine that vein. We're not especially low on it, but it'd be nice to have. Crafter has created a masterwork jade sculpture. This is really good news. And we will probably put it in one of our leader rooms, probably Tree's room actually, as we need her to be happy, although she hasn't got her room yet. Here we are gonna gather a number of colonists to hunt down one of the elephants. They do all end up attacking, so I'm gonna gather some reinforcements. And we will have the colonists retreat in a staggered manner. We're able to deal with the 3 of them. However, I am somewhat worried about being able to store them all now. There aren't any rooms where we can really do that. And we don't have 2 cooks currently. Considering we don't need the fabrication bench at the moment, we can turn it off and turn this room into a temporary freezer. If a cooler is enough to offset the chiller. If a cooler is enough to offset the chem fuel generator. Grey hides in her room. Fair enough, her mood has been low for a while now. The cooler is put in place, and we will put it down to minus 20 degrees. Tree has decided to run wild, which is very bad. And we will work on trying to tame her back. If not, we will be forced to imprison her. The butchering facilities are going to be moved into the temporary freezer. And it is just about reaching 0 degrees. We are going to bring down the amount of meat we have being produced at once though. Jimenez has a food binge. It doesn't seem like a single cooler will be enough with the door being opened fairly regularly, so we're going to install a second one. And 2 coolers does seem to pretty reliably keep the temperature below 0. The fields have mostly been harvested now, with the colonists just needing to haul the food supplies aboard. There is also some steel and plasteel left to haul on, and we are hunting down a couple more animals just to try and extend the food supply a bit more. Emily attempts to arrest Tree, and we do have to beat her down as she goes hostile. And once she goes down, we work on capturing her. We do receive a quest as well. And the rewards are actually fairly good. Ten rhinoceroses is a little scary, but if we use the cataphracts to tank the doorways, we shouldn't even have to risk our melee fighters. I think I'm going to accept for the hyperweaving uranium though. The main reason I want uranium is so I can coat the ship in a protective layer of uranium to try and stop breaches. as I'm not sure if you can get sapper raids in space, but if you can, then it could screw me over. I will accept that once everyone's been tended to. We can't actually recruit her, so I'm probably gonna have to release her into the ship. That's fairly annoying. I'll do it after I leave though, to guarantee that she can't escape. We are going to get raided by some imps. It doesn't look like our people are too spread out. So I'm just gonna gather them up and spread them out somewhat. We outrange these guys and they're staggered, so we should be able to deal with them. Actually, I'm just gonna have them hide on the corner. Never mind, it's a breach raid. We'll have Crafter and Grey take the forefront to try and tank some of the shots. And they're gonna go in on the opposite side, so we're gonna cut off their reinforcements. Okay, we are taking some fire. And doing enough damage to the raiders that were coming in later has caused the others to back off before they can do too much damage. It still may take a couple of days to a couple of hours to repair, but it's nothing major. They do drop a little bit of jade and a decent supply of herbal medicine for us. So our medicine should last a long time. A monitor lizard has decided to hunt deadlift, and he should be able to deal with that by himself. He does have the visitors for a meat shield kill, although that won't be needed. I'm gonna have him melee attack it to death and then haul it aboard the ship. And there's a couple more parts I forgot to add a wall to. The strip mining efforts are going to be abandoned, as not enough colonists are working on hauling, and it's extending our stay for longer than it needs to be. A fair amount of time had been wasted to 2 hunted animal corpses being in the middle of the mechanoids, and every time colonists would go nearby to grab them, they would cower. So hopefully that should save some time now we've micromanaged that. The Duranian Jubilee is available, if I hadn't mentioned that already. And I think the number of fine mills is going to be increased to 14 to try and allow all of the colonists a chance at a fine mill every day. It should also keep the pemmican stores untouched until we absolutely need to use them. The Notorious Animals quest I hadn't accepted yet. I am going to do that now, as we don't have a lot of time left, and we also could do with some more animals being kept in the freezer while we're in space. The rhinos have arrived, and we will open up the airlock to allow them in. The cataphracts do have beam repeaters, so it is a shame I'm going to have them tank. I will have at least one in a role where they can shoot more regularly, as beam repeaters do a very good amount of damage. Throb has been caught out in the open with some unfortunate pathfinding. He has been downed, luckily, with only a small permanent injury. We should be able to kill the other. Okay, the other rhinos are killed fairly quickly, and we'll have Emily rescue Throb. We'll get to work on hauling the dead rhinos as well, as they are going to cause rot stink otherwise, and we can't afford that. The growing zones are deleted, and I'm somewhat tempted to hunt down the elephants, as it seems only 3, actually one of them isn't dead yet. Two of them aren't dead yet. One of the cataphracts has a mental break, but that's fine, as we don't need them anymore. Okay, with all of the rhinos dispatched, only 2 had been capable of giving us food. We do get the hyperweave and uranium, and with the hauling work mostly done, I am going to gather up my forces again after confirming Throb's safety, and we are going to deal with the other elephants. I'm gonna have Crafter come along as well, as we have a bit less firepower than normal, with Tree and Throb not being available. Sure enough, they will attack, and we are able to deal with them. We'll have them hunted down, and that'll be 3 new large corpses for the stockpile, which is still maintaining its temperature. Oh, it seems we can still tame her while in prison, so... Right, at least I think we can tame Tree while she's in prison. Yeah, Sam's doing that now. So we can just keep her in there until the taming works. It may result in us missing the Jubilee, which isn't great. But I'm gonna perform the Real Fiesta now, as we need a mood boost. The Real Fiesta is fun and gives a +8 mood. For how many days is it? For 6 days. Jensen has finally been re-recruited. And I will have to set their jobs again. And they will act as a secondary cook and a miner. I can see cooking taking up most of their available time. Oh, they kept their sleep schedule, which is good. But now we should be able to cook efficiently day and night. The colonists finish hauling as a combat supplier arrives. I am gonna have Lips act as the social person for the time being until Tree's return. And we are going to sell our crappy weapons to them again. I am going to sell a vac suit that is pretty low in durability as well, just to not risk it breaking while we're in space. And then any statues that aren't quite up to cut. That will result in about 700 silver gain. So we should have enough for Shio now. And we just need to maintain that amount. We have a number of asteroids available, but we're going to go to the one with compact steel. We have actually sorted all of that. Okay, we have landed in the ship. And now we need to assign colonists to be able to go outside. We need to figure out our priorities and who we send out though. So Gray and Throb are going to be high priority, and then probably Lips. So we'll assign all of them first. We're lucky we installed the airlock, because for some reason, this oxygen pump isn't removing the vacuum. I'm gonna see if closing the outer door does anything. Because otherwise Tree is gonna die. Okay, that does sort out the situation. For some reason the vac barrier isn't acting as it should. Kitsune becomes a child, and I need to make a new clothing thing and have parkas. I have 2 for now, just because we can't get rid of anything yet. Frob needs his LMG back, so we need to find that. I'm pretty sure I unforbid it, so it should be on the ship. I have found it in the new storeroom. And it seems like we still have new suits of vac armor to use. So we can figure out our next priorities and who to send out. Probably Kiko and Jensen. And Celeste. I'm pretty sure we have 3 more suits available. Kiko, Celeste, and Jensen. And then schedule. Celeste, Jensen. And now they are allowed out. We can work on assigning some jobs. So we'll deconstruct the mechanoid chip chunk. That still is a little far, but I can't see anything else yet, so we'll prioritize that. Actually, no, we won't. I know we just got raided, but due to the issue with the vac barrier, I'd like some outer defenses as soon as possible. So we're gonna focus on getting some vac stone first. We'll have her go stand in a notoriously warm spot for the time being, until the temperature raises in the other parts of the ship. We'll have Lane prioritize working at the tailoring bench as well. Oh no. I'm gonna stick a heater in here as well. Come on, guys. Okay, lane has finished. The temperature has been stabilized in the central part of the ship somewhat. Actually, it looks pretty good throughout the entirety of the ship. The central part is slowly catching up. I am going to turn the interior cooler off, as that probably wasn't helping. I forgot I was trying to keep this area like a fridge. And then we're just waiting on her hypothermia to go down, which is. And then once she stops waiting in a safe temperature, she'll go put on her parka. The vac-stone mining has nearly been complete, so we'll queue up some more and start having the colonists haul it aboard the ship. I hadn't actually updated the ship-only area, so I'm gonna do that now. As a fair few colonists were getting locked out from going to areas of the ship which they should need to go to. And we're gonna wake everyone up so they can go to their appropriate beds. The mining work has been finished, so we'll queue up the steel vein that we know the location of. And I'm hoping we can find some more, as steel is the secondary reason we came here. We are getting a good amount of vac-stone though, and its production has started. I had double checked this area, and unfortunately the vac barrier is still not working. It is definitely powered. I'm gonna try running some conduits up here and building another one here instead of here. And I'm also going to roof everything. Actually, this bit not being roofed may be the reason. That's gotta be. That's the only thing I've seen that could be potentially wrong. Okay, and now we have someone stand here. Actually, we'll hold it open. Yeah, it looks to be completely fine. Strick has a growth moment. And I think I'm gonna put them on a melee passion. I know I have a shooting passion on them, but we desperately need more melee people. And then we also need plants. And I think animals as well. And then we'll just chuck the last one in social to get that as a double passion. I think we'll go psychopath just so that they don't get issues with corpses, because that could make them better on the front line. And the others are either all bad or like ranged, and I'm not interested in putting them on ranged. The steel has been mined out, and we'll get to work with assigning them some more mining space. I have located a second vein I had not noticed, so that will be mined out as well. And we have a psychic soothe on the male gender, which is great. I do need to assign tree to be tamed to again for some reason. I believe that could be because of the map change. We don't have much chem fuel at all is the only issue. So we're gonna have to assign a temporary bill to make chem fuel from organics. And we will only allow potatoes to be used. With a low amount of only 100. We'll allow the actually no, we won't. 3 of the remaining fuel tanks will be forbidden, as one of them is full, and we need the chem fuel produced to be diverted towards power. Otherwise we'll lose access to the biofuel refinery. Okay, power is still on the decline, mostly because of all the new devices we installed recently. So we are going to turn off the research bench. I am going to have Crafter enter death rest, and I'm gonna turn off the machining bench as well, because we don't need that currently. The power is back in the positive again, and we just need to make sure that we keep that under wraps. I am going to turn all the loudspeakers off for the time being as well, as they're not needed. And now our power positive is pretty significant. We do receive a quest, though we do need a room that can accommodate someone of high rank, and we don't have that. So unfortunately they're going to be on their own. With all of the outside mining work done for the time being, we will have the colonists working on the outside start hauling the vaxstone and steel back. We have run out of vaxstone for the time being. Some cargo pods arrive with some penicillin. While we will haul it aboard, I probably won't use it for the time being. I have noticed a couple of cavities in the outer wall of the asteroid, so I'm going to have the entrances to those opened up in the hopes that something could be inside. They both lead into a corridor we hadn't previously known about, although it doesn't look like it gives us access to anything good. While we are at a decently peaceful point in the episode now, with everything I wanted to do this time complete, I think I'll end the episode here. So thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the series so far, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It massively helps me out and lets me know that you enjoy the content I produce. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.